Welcome back to the MadSpideyverse. I'm MadSpidey. Thanks for tuning into my live stream. I just thought I would do a, just a random live stream, I suppose. Picked up my haul of books. These are all new books. Decent size stack of books that I haven't been able to get to the shop in the last sort of 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks, I think. So I thought I'd just show off what I actually picked up. I can't see, nobody's watching at the moment. Coco gave us a quick let's go. He probably had to go to work or something like that. I think in the States it's probably very early, probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, I would assume. What do we got? Let's have a look. Usually use my my world clock. What do we got? So I've usually got sort of New York and LA time. So yeah, so LA, so on the West Coast, you're looking at 3:30 in the morning, and on the East Coast at 6:30 in the morning. So very early in the morning over in the States. So I don't think anybody from over there will be tuning in, which is totally fine. I don't mind having no audience. I'll just ramble on and get through what I want to show. So yeah, so I might as well get stuck into it. As I said, decent stack of books that I haven't been able to pick up for a while. So I thought I'd just show off what I got. I haven't been bagged and boarded or anything yet. So I thought maybe Simon or Sarah might have jumped on, because I know they just did a live stream before, but they've probably got stuff to do and things like that. So that's all cool. What I might do is, let's just go. Oopsie. I'll just copy that. Might just chuck that in there just in case any of the people want to jump in. I'm all good with that. So, all right. So I might as well get started, get stuck into this. So first up, hey, Norin. So most of these I don't know who the covers are done by, because a lot of this stuff I ordered a little while back, and obviously I've forgotten what is what. So we got of the new Maestro Miniseries. Got number 4. I think that's either a 5 or a 6-part series. So that is going to finish up fairly shortly, I would assume. The She-Hulk series that's going on at the moment. Some of these, I've got stuff falling down over there. There's been some really cool covers for the She-Hulk books. I've got a feeling this is the A cover. So, which is, got the blue-eyed ever-loving thing on there as well. Pretty cool looking cover there. I picked up one of the variants. Now, she's not as well known over here. Like, I know a few of my mates that have been over to the States are actually good friends with her. This is Chrissy Zullo. I know this is she's been getting quite a bit of Marvel work lately. She's got that sort of very cutesy sort of style. So Jen Bartel did that one, Norin. That's cool. So I know, Chrissy Zullo, she's Chris Uminga's partner, if you know who Chris Uminga is. Hey, Trev. Hope you're doing well, mate. So I thought Yeah, definitely, because my mate, as I said, a few of my mates over here are very good friends with Chris and Chrissy. So I definitely, and I've got a few pieces from Chris, so definitely pick up that variant. The Silver Surfer Rebirth. Now, I've got a feeling this is a Ron Lim cover. I think that's going to be a 6-part mini. I'm pretty sure it's a 6-part mini, so that's part number 5, or issue number 5 out of 6. So yeah, and I love Ron. Like, if I was to pick to get original art for a Silver Surfer, Ron Lim would definitely be my guy to do that. But I know he's extremely hard to get a hold of. But yeah, still can't go wrong with a Ron Lim Silver Surfer. The new Iron Fist series. Now, I don't know whether this is a mini or whether it's actually an ongoing or not, but it is actually it's not Danny Rand anymore. It's a new Iron Fist. Can't remember what his name is. If anybody's actually read it, they'd be able to tell me. But that's issue number 4. Pretty cool sort of fight scene there. So, as I said, I don't know whether this is going to be a mini or whether this is actually going to be an ongoing series or not. I would assume probably being a new Iron Fist, it might actually only be a mini. But I'd have to check my pull box for that. What else we got? The new Sabretooth issues. I've actually got 2 issues here. That's a pretty cool looking one. It's almost like he's it's a guy that was Swordmaster. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, the Sabretooth mini that's still going on at the moment almost sort of made him like a plant Sabretooth. So whether you obviously being Marvel, you'd say Man Thing, not Swamp Thing, because Swamp Thing's DC. But yeah, there's been some really cool covers for the Sabretooth books, especially this next one. I know this is I'm pretty sure it's a Ryan Stegman cover. I think. Trying to see, there's a lot of. Actually, it might not be. But that's issue number 5. Okay. There's a new Iron Fist. Hey, Grey Man. I'm only showing new books, Grey Man, so I don't know whether you want to tune out, because I know you're not a new book man. Well, I'm not really a new book man either, but still got pull list, of course. But yeah, I thought this was a Stegman cover, but I don't think it is. That's a problem with all the new books now, actually trying to look at who actually did everything. It's like halfway in the book now. It's not right at the start like it used to be. Oh yeah, so it was a Stegman cover. So, and sort of Sabretooth in beast mode. Yeah, new book's great. I got another show coming up soon. Gray, another one of our small sort of like comic fairs sort of thing that's actually run by Sean, Zars84. If you guys haven't checked up Sean's channel, he's just new to YouTube. He's a good friend of Simple Simon, Captain Saro, and mine. He's actually going to be running a small comic fair, not this weekend coming, but the following weekend. So most likely I'll have a haul from that with hopefully some older books. So I don't think I'm going to have much money, but hopefully I'll pick up something cool. The new Venom Lethal Protector series, or mini series, should I say. So that's issue number 3. Which I don't know whether. Oh, it's my boy, Paulo Sequeira. Brazilian artist, absolute brilliant artist. He's a good mate of mine. I've known him for quite a few many years. I've got a few original art pieces from Paulo. Absolutely awesome guy, super friendly, always willing to chat. Even though his English is obviously, a little bit, it's his second language, is a bit broken, but he's still always willing to try. But he's super friendly guy. Met him now a couple of times, got a few pieces from him. But yeah, he's an awesome artist as well. One of my favorite Brazilian artists. New Carnage series as well. So number 4. I'm pretty sure these are all digital covers. I do prefer sort of traditional type covers. Not saying the digital ones aren't awesome as well, because that's very, very scary and ominous. But still some very cool, wicked looking covers at the same time. So now I know a lot of people who are actually reading this series. Obviously, I'm not much of a reader anymore. They're not liking the series, but you can't go wrong. Like, I remember the original storyline from his first volume when it came out in the late 80s. And that's the new Wolverine series patch. But yeah, some of these covers are just like, that's an awesome looking cover. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, as I said, like when his first volume came out in the late 80s, I think it was 87, 88, I think it was, when they did a patch storyline. And they decided to, due to popular demand, bring it in a mini-series. But as I said, like, a lot of people actually reading this series, not necessarily liking it as much. But you can't go wrong with the covers, though, because the covers have been absolutely brilliant. Patch is the best Wolverine. Still getting this. Maybe one day if I do start reading again, I'll get around to actually reading it. But Strange Academy, number 18. And as you notice, most of the books that I'm showing, most of them are just cover A's. We tend not to get a lot of variants over here, and if we do, they're not the ratios, they're not the store exclusives or anything. We just don't get access to that sort of stuff too much over here. But still, it's pretty much all the kids, and there's Brother Voodoo up there. So who will destroy Strange Academy? Patch was pretty much just an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? I can't remember. I did actually read a lot of the first volume of Wolverine back in the late 80s, when it came out in the late 80s and early 90s. My memory's not as good as what I used to be. I know it wasn't like right from the start. I think it was into issue 7 or 8 or something like that. I think of the first volume of Wolverine was when they introduced like the patch persona, I suppose you could say. It might be right. As I said, my memory's not that good anymore. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. Now, I think I've got the normal one. I might have already shown the normal one of this, but the new Strange series, it's actually got Claire as the Sorcerer Supreme. This is the Peach Momoko. I don't actually remember ordering this, but I thought, it's in my pile. I'll just take it anyway. So she can be very hit and miss with her art. She does have a few different styles. Like, she has this style that a lot of people are used to. She's got a very traditional style as well, which is actually really awesome. Her traditional style is really good. It's this style that can be very, very hit and miss. But yeah, not too bad a cover. So as I said, it was put in my pile whether I ordered it or not. I thought I'd just buy it. So got the beret. Oh yeah. Had Doom face. Strange Academy, I can't wait to see where it goes in semester 2. Yeah, in some sort of aspects, I'd love if I was still a reader. I just don't have the physical time between work, trying to do YouTube videos, which anybody who actually follows my channel, some weeks I might not even post one video. Sometimes I'll only post one. Other weeks I'll post 3. It's just trying to find the time to manage everything. Obviously, work, do YouTube stuff, watch other people's videos, catch up on shows, obviously family commitments and all that sort of stuff. It's very, very hard to balance everything. So you can only do what you can do, right? Where there's only so many hours in the day. So the new Ghost Rider series. Now I think this is because this is a legacy number, so I would assume that it is an ongoing series. So that's issue number 4. I wouldn't have minded actually seeing that any variants because I do love Ghost Rider. Aside from the Spider-Verse sort of stuff, Ghost Rider is another one of my favorite characters that I do like to collect when I get a chance. So still a pretty cool cover, even for a cover A. So I don't actually know. Oh, so yeah. So now they're starting to put the credits in the start of the book again. So what do we got? Cover artist Cale New. So he's an up and coming artist. He's been around for a few years now, becoming very popular, especially with the store exclusives and the ratios and stuff like that. Absolutely wicked art. I'd love to get an original from him at some point. Ongoing. Awesome. Yeah, Cale New is awesome. Like I do have an Alan Qua original, which is one of I'd say Cale sort of says he's like a bit of a mentor sort of thing to him. But yeah, I'd love a Cale original at some point. Yeah, the funny thing is this was in my pile, but I don't actually remember picking up issue 1, so I'm gonna have to double check. I'll check on my CLZ, or I might have it in the piles over there somewhere. But obviously with a new movie, you never know what could happen. So Jane Foster, Mighty Thor, issue 2. Another awesome cover, just for a cover A. Like just the detail and the wings and things like that, and all that sort of stuff just looks absolutely awesome. So, yeah, we got somebody to jump in. Hey, Noran, how you going, mate?
How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. Still got a bit of a pile to get through.
Oh, nice.
You probably
Keep going.
knowledge on this newer stuff than what I do, because yeah, I'm a bit out of touch with this stuff at the moment. But so what we'll do is, yeah, there we go. So the new Black, White, and Blood Moon Knight series. I know that's a Stegman cover, so I know that much.
I've been collecting the Black, White, and Bloods.
Yeah, like some of the just the cover A's on all of them have been really nice.
The Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, Carnage Black, White, and Blood, and Spawn Black, White, and Blood. I need to get Moon Knight
and Elektra.
Elektra. There's quite a few others I need to get.
Yeah, but yeah, like some absolutely like that. Actually reminds me a bit more of like David Finch art when he did the Moon Knight run a little while back. I think that was early 2000s. I think he did it. Very similar sort of art style there with the black and white.
Mm-hmm.
But, new Punisher War Journal. I'm pretty sure this is just a one shot. Probably just trialing it, whether people are going to jump on board again with this new logo and Punisher being in like a samurai sort of style, I suppose you could say. But yeah, it's some pretty cool.
I heard he still uses guns. Like he didn't fully renounce using guns. Like he is using swords, but he will use guns still.
Okay.
I heard in the last issue he blew someone's face off. So.
Yeah, as he does. Yeah, like I still don't know about the symbol. I know it's only short lived.
I guess that Strange that I had was issue 2. You had like issue 4, I think.
That was issue 3, I think.
3.
That was where'd it go? It couldn't have been that far back. Oh, yeah, that was issue 3.
Yeah, okay. I had issue 2.
Mm.
Yeah, there's that Doom face.
Yeah. Great book, bad logo. Yeah, I still prefer the old school logo, but apparently this is going to be short lived. I think they're going to revert back to the original logo once they're sort
Yeah.
of done with this samurai type Punisher,
I
I
also
suppose you could say.
heard he's getting superpowers. Like there was a panel where he was glowing or something, like his hands were glowing and his eyes were glowing. It looked like he was getting superpowers.
Oh god. Like Punisher's always been one of those, like he's another one of
Street
my
level.
sort of favorite characters, but he's
Street
he's
level.
just yeah, he's a straight level sort of guy. He doesn't need powers. He's always been a gun and sort of a beat 'em up sort of guy. He's never been a power sort of guy. Hey, Louie, what are you doing up so early, mate? Oh. So I did pick up a few variants. I actually was able to order some of these. I don't even know whose variant this is, but it's a
That's cool.
very cool looking variant. So
I got the Whatnot variant.
yeah, I'm not going anywhere near Whatnot. I will never get off it if I go on Whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't
got
even know
the
why I
Tyler
bought these. These bloody Todd Nork bloody variants. It's not the
man.
greatest. It's not the greatest of variant. Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna start going down the variant bloody thing because otherwise it'll never end. But yeah, I don't know why I bought the Todd Nork one. Like he's a bit hit and miss. He does better when he's like more full body stuff. His head things like that doesn't even look like Punisher. It just looks like some random dude.
Yeah.
So
A little clean shaved.
Now, this is a series that I remember. Obviously, I reckon this might have been a thing done by the fans. I reckon they were pushing for this. Was the new Fantastic Four?
Oh yeah.
Because I remember this. I have those original
I have the
the
cards of
Fantastic
that.
Four ones, the Fantastic Four volumes in
I
the.
don't know what I did with them.
Yeah, I can't remember the number. It would have been. What was it? It would have been the mid 300s in the 90s.
Yeah.
And they
The
did
new Fantastic Four or something like that.
Yeah. So I'm not a big Hulk guy, but obviously Spidey, Ghost Rider, and Wolverine are another one of my two favorites. So I definitely had to get this. I was able to pick up a few variants. That's the Ron Lim
Nice.
variant. So I don't know whether I like
It's a
his
super cool team.
Yeah, it is. Like everybody looks like sort of as they are, but I don't know. Hulk looks a bit cheesy. I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't really get Mr. Fix-It right. He's supposed to be Mr. Fix-It, but he doesn't really look like Mr. Fix-It.
Yeah, he just looks like the old school grey Hulk, but with a big cheesy grin on his face.
Yeah.
I don't know why I ordered this one. This one's a bit. I don't mind cartoony style, or like the chibi style and things like that, but yeah, this one's a little. Like the Ghost Rider, I like the Ghost Rider. The Ghost Rider looks cool, but yeah, the Wolverine and Spidey and that just look a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who
different.
did that cover, to be perfectly honest. But I thought I pretty much I went a bit as soon as I knew it was coming out. I pretty much whatever I could get on pull box, I just hit all the variants. I didn't even look who did them. Okay, I know this one's an Arthur Adams one. That's just showing Wolverine. I'm assuming he probably did one for each character, but for some reason it wasn't on pull box at the time, so I just grabbed what I could. But yeah, you can't go wrong with an Arthur Adams Wolverine.
Yeah.
This is another one, a bit of a, I suppose you could say, artistic sort of style. I'm trying to see if I can see who. Oh, that might be Kari Andrews. He usually doesn't do weird sort of. His art's usually really awesome. That's a bit. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call that.
Looks very 90s.
Yeah, very, very 90s looking. Like that actually looks like a 90s Fantastic Four cover. But yeah, once again, the Hulk, yeah, looks a little weird. Wolverine looks good. Spidey looks a bit like a McFarlane Spidey. Ghost Rider's not too bad. Hey, Tyler. Yeah, I chucked the link in the description, mate, if you wanted to if you want to jump in. You're probably on your way to work or probably at work. I don't know how I picked up 2 copies of this. I think a few people were specking on this, but Iron Cat 1. I don't know whether it's going to amount to anything. You never know these days what people actually spec on. But yeah, picked up 2 copies of that. If somebody wants one, I'll probably just give it away or something. I don't know yet. I'm not at home yet, or I would. Okay. Yeah, can't go wrong with a Scotty Young. As
Cool.
I said, I'm not big on the, the kiddie sort of stuff, but I do like Scotty's. I do like Scotty's.
Yeah,
work.
I like Scotty Young. He does it the best.
So, yeah, definitely had to pick up one of that.
He
all that's
reminds
left
me
is
more of graffiti art than kitty art.
Yeah, it does. Like they do sort of classify it as like that, what the Japanese called chibi sort of style.
Yeah.
But he has made it his own. So, and all the last books, they're all the Spidey based books. I know I've shown some Venom and some Carnage and stuff, but this is all the Spidey stuff. So we all know the Spidey 2099 Exodus series is out at the moment. I don't know whether I like this cover or not. It looks more like a that's the A cover. Looks more like a panel out of the book more than it should be a cover. But I think this is first appearance of Loki 2099, as far as I know. I think they're trying to branch out from what they did in the 90s.
It is. Yeah, I've seen I've watched the review of that book on another YouTuber's channel, and he likes it a lot. They got also the Winter Soldier 2099s in one of them. First appearance. It's a female.
Might have been in the number 1, I think.
Yeah.
Possibly.
A few first appearances in that.
God, I seem to have gone a bit heavy on the Ron Lim stuff. Not that that's bad, because I love Ron Lim's art, but I don't know who those characters are supposed to be. Whether that's supposed to be like
Valkyrie.
a Valkyrie 2099 or something, maybe, or
yeah.
I don't know about the guy in the background, unless that's supposed to be. No, Loki's. No, I don't think that's Loki. But yeah, another Ron Lim cover. Had to pick up what I could of my boy Ken Lashley. He's the one that's done all the silver and gold border covers for all these books.
Oh, cool! Yeah.
So I definitely had to pick up what I could of his. That's all the number 2s. So this is number 3, and this says featuring Avengers 2099. So, and that's the A cover. So even just trying to work out who the characters are sometimes is a bit hard. So I'd say that'd be Hulk. Obviously, new Captain America. I'd say that'd be Moon Knight, Black Panther. Obviously, there's Spidey there. I don't know. Don't know who that's supposed to be. Or who that's supposed to be.
Oh.
And I'm assuming they're supposed to be villains.
Look like Scream kind of one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's supposed to be like a Captain Marvel, maybe because it's got like the star in the middle of the chest. But then obviously you flip it on the other side and you got the baddies. I'd say
Spectrum.
that'd be Enchantress. Maybe Iron Patriot, maybe.
Zemo.
Yeah, Zemo, guy with the big sword, maybe.
Reaper.
Yeah, Grim Reaper or Swordsman or something, maybe. Maybe that's supposed to be like Radioactive Man or
Absorbing Man.
Absorbing Man. Yeah, it could be a number of them. I suppose if I actually read the books, I might actually know. uh, yeah, I reckon it's Captain Marvel because you can see in this. I don't know who did this variant. Oh, it's another Ron Lim. I've gone heavy on the Ron Lims. I said, yeah, she's got the similar sort of setup, just different colors for the outfit. So, God, that Moon Knight looks a bit crap. I don't like the look of Moon Knight.
He has no face.
Yeah, the costume would probably look cool if they actually gave him like a Moon Knight sort of mask, like the
Yeah,
current ones.
could have done a little more.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a cop out. That another one of the Ken Lashley border variants. Yeah, that's definitely a cool cover.
I like Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, the Panther design's really cool. Yeah, like I've always liked Spidey 2099, but yeah, that Moon Knight, that's just yeah, everything looks cool except for that. It looks like they're giving him a dome head, like the original, like Red
Doctor
Hood.
Fate.
I was thinking the Red Hood, like just
Yeah.
the big
Yeah.
capsule head.
Yeah.
Alright. What do we got next? Spider Gwen, the Gwenverse. So number 3, the DNA cover, David Nakayama. Yeah, I don't know what it is about David Nakayama, but he always does awesome covers.
He does real good.
Mm. Some people don't like his faces. Like they reckon, like I know there's somebody, I'll leave them nameless, but they reckon their women's faces are a bit mannish. And I'm like, I suppose if you're going to look at it that close, yeah, you might sort of say that. But yeah, I love David Nakayama stuff.
Yeah, he's got good covers.
Another one who's some people have accused him of plagiarism, but yeah, you can't knock that his art is absolutely gorgeous. But that's Greg Land.
Really, I didn't know he was accused.
Yeah, they're saying that some of a bit like Matina. They reckon that some of his art is a bit
Yeah.
like the poses and some of the designs and stuff like that. Basically, just taken from somebody else's art and he's just made it his own sort of thing.
Right.
Because I know Matina does that all the time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I still love his art. Like he's
It's a part of
especially
art. Yeah.
his women's faces are gorgeous.
As long as you're making it your own. I've learned that through. I took apprenticeship for tattooing,
Oh yeah.
and then so a lot of tattooing is just tracing, and you pretty much have to become a professional tracer, and but in that you still become a great artist because you can't make a mistake. You have to become even more detailed, to get the accurate image.
Yeah, no,
But,
that's exactly right. Because you've still got to be able to learn how to, like, especially if it's a black and white tattoo or black tattoo. You got to know how to be able to shade and be able to fill in. Like you're not just obviously just going to color it all in black. It's going to have lines, it's going to have shading and things like that. So you may be tracing the stencil, but you still need to be able to, obviously shade in the negative space and things like that. So a
lot of practice.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. And that's the thing. Like, it's funny actually because some comic artists, I don't know anybody who's like really famous who's done it, but I know there are a few comic artists. Like I know there's an Aussie girl here, Cassandra James. She'd been around for a while, tried to break into the industry. She was big in the convention circuit, but she never really broke into mainstream or even indie media and things like that. And she actually became a tattoo artist, and yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. I know there's an American guy, Brian Level. He's done a bit of published work, but he mainly does tattooing. So it can cross over.
Yeah.
So
Peach Momoko was started off as a tattoo artist.
There you go.
Peach Momoko moved into comics.
I wonder if she did if she ever did the traditional style, with the stick where they like dig it into you and stuff like that, or whether she just
might
got
have. I don't know. Yeah.
Because being Japanese, yeah, she might have. So, what do we got next? So the Savage Spider-Man. I wasn't able to get many variants for these, unfortunately, but cover A's are still looking really cool.
Yeah.
So these have been very kiddie, but I've still been buying them anyway. The Ben Reilly Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure this is just a mini. So that's issue 5. So there's probably only one more to go. And Lucky Last, probably the only book that's probably the longest outstanding on my pull list. Amazing Spider-Man number 5 from the new volume, which is Legacy number 899. So I better have a look at pull box to see how many variants are going to be for 900, because I'm betting there's going to be a shitload.
Yeah.
Because being a big Legacy number, I'm on a Peach Momoko kick lately. Yeah, Peach Momoko is very hit and miss. A lot of people love her, a lot of people hate her, and a lot of people are just like, some of the stuff yes, some of the stuff no. But yeah, it'd be nice if I could finish my entire Amazing Spider-Man run, but yeah, trying to buy those sub 10 numbers are extremely expensive.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, she's definitely hit and miss. All right. So what's this one? Demons.
Yeah, we have Demons, Peach Momoko.
Is that new is that the Scott Snyder book?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that one. Oh, man.
Yeah, there's been some really awesome looking covers for those demon books. Have you actually read the series, or?
I haven't opened it yet, but
okay. Apparently, a lot of people really loved the first issue, but they said the second issue wasn't as good.
I picked up these Lucifer series.
Yeah, I still got to finish.
Sandman.
Yeah, well, Sandman's, when's that come out? August 5th or 6th or something on Netflix.
Yeah, and I got this off my thing. I got change my light. These are Sandman. See, that's issue 51. This one's issue. I can't see the issue.
I can see a big 9 written on it.
9. There you go. Brief Lives, it says on the bottom. I don't think that's issue 9. No, it's issue 49.
Oh, okay.
Focus.
I thought I was just being a smart ass.
It must be chapter 9 or something
Yeah,
of
or volume 9 or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Are they got any significance? Have they got like first appearances or anything, or just sort of
No,
some
these
of your
are all
favorite
reader.
covers?
I bought these for reader copies.
Ah, okay.
They're all mid grade,
Mm.
but I'd like to find some high grade copies. But I got all of them for
$3.
$3.
Mm.
Couldn't pass.
Yeah, I wish we find books for over here for that sort of price. Our lowest sort of pricing you can usually find is usually $5 or $6.
Yeah. And then today I just got in the mail. These are pretty cool. I have up here in Marvel. This is a cool cover. I actually did just get that too. It's Immortal Hulk #1. It's a
Ooh, Immortal.
variant. I don't know who did the cover. I'd have to open it up and all, but
And that's the problem with the variant covers is they don't necessarily tell you who the cover artist is. They only tell you who the artist is for the original cover, eh?
I've been working on these Marvel Universe
Oh
books,
yeah, the old handbooks, yeah.
and
I don't
I
think I
got
actually have
almost
any of
all of
those.
them, but I didn't realize there's like different volumes. I found out there's like one in 1985 and like one in 1982.
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, wait a minute, because some have a colored background, like this is green, but
Hmm.
then s- this other set, it's all white. The background's all white.
Did they
But,
do it wasn't
but
second printings or anything?
the title's the same. It says just Marvel Universe Handbook.
Hmm.
But I got these two that I was missing that are really cool out of it. It's the Book of Weapons, Hardware, and Paraphernalia.
Oh.
It's issue
There's just
15.
some of the yeah, so you don't see many of them around here.
And this one was the Book of the Dead and the Inactive.
Oh.
So that was pretty cool. That was like the
Oh yeah,
last
so
two
people who
issues.
have died or come back or
And on DC, I found out DC has the same thing, and theirs is called Who's Who
yeah, it doesn't sound the same.
instead of Marvel Universe. But that's this DC. It's
Hmm.
Who's Who. It's the same thing. It's just got all the characters in alphabetical order. This is R through S or something like that.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I didn't
and
even
then
know
it
that
has,
DC actually did one.
all the covers or all the characters on the cover. But a lot of these were done by Perez.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looked like Perez art.
Yeah, a lot of these covers are Perez, and those are pretty cool.
I bet you that
So
not many people would get them signed.
yeah,
Would have been nice to have thought about that. Obviously,
I should
12
look
months ago.
inside and see if any were signed.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people used to do back in the day. They didn't want covers signed. They used to get them signed like in the inside.
And I got these today. I bought these just to read. Um, they're like, I don't know, they're like foxed or something really bad. I don't know.
They've
I
probably
think
been
they
in
were,
boxes without boards. That's why they got
yeah, yeah,
sort of
that's what it
wrinkled
was.
up.
But and then someone just threw some bags on them. They're not bordered, but it's Superman, and it's pretty much like this whole run. It has one through, I don't know how many are here. It's a whole
Oh, they
run.
chucked two books in each bag, did they?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hate when people do that.
I do too. I'm gonna have to rebag and board all these.
Mm.
So I just got them today. But it's a Superman, like 1 through 20 or 30.
Yeah, definitely looks like a '90s run.
Yeah. By Byrne.
Oh yeah, John Byrne. Yeah, I thought it might have been maybe Jerry Ordway or something like that. Might have been in that sort of
Thought this
time.
was
But
odd. I didn't know. I guess this must have been after Lois Lane got shot. I didn't know she was in a
hey, Coco.
wheelchair. But I love Mr. Pink. I can't say his name.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try
But
it.
I do like him. I liked him in the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah, he was just one of those sort of characters you sort of love to hate. You know,
Yeah,
like it's a bit like who is it in Marvel? Impossible Man or something like that. The guy with like the green domed head.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, he popped up in a lot of Fantastic Four books quite often. But yeah, he was a similar sort of character that he was really annoying, but you sort of loved him at the same time.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so he picked up a decent. Oh, there's an Action Comics in amongst the mix.
yeah. That was the one Action comic. Yeah.
Yeah, so he picked up a decent decent chunk.
Some reading material.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. Like I've a lot of the American YouTubers and stuff. I've said this before. Like, they're like, oh, I found this in the dollar bin and this in the dollar bin and stuff like that. And it's just like we just did not have dollar bins.
Yeah.
Like our dollar bins are $5 bins, or $6 bins at absolute minimum. Most back issues and most stores are like $7 to $8.
I'm trying to remember. I got a real good deal on this. I got like 50 cents an issue, probably.
Yeah, see, I'd probably, just for the sake of it, if I found something like that and there was, some 80s or 90s runs of, Marvel books, even if I only just liked the character and they were like 50 cents a dollar, I'd probably buy the whole box just to stack up on my Marvel collection, but or fill in some runs or something like that. But
It's harder and harder to
yeah,
find.
it's just too hard over here. You just don't find it. And a lot of the stores nowadays are mainly focusing on new books and trades and omnibus and stuff like that. They're not focusing on back issues at all.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder and harder. There was one store here that all he did was back issues. So it was very, very cluttered, very like just chock a block full of everything and anything in this very small store. But it was one of my favorite stores. Like, I reckon, no word of a lie, I reckon probably 60 to 70% of my whole entire Spidey run, like Amazing, Spectacular, Web, Normal, Spider-Man, everything came from him. What are you saying, Grey Man? Is it right that you never read them, mate? I used to read a lot when I was younger, Grey, but I don't have the time or the patience anymore. I've just turned into a collector, unfortunately. Like, I still enjoy the hunt. I still enjoy, like the art of the books and stuff like that. And that's why I always buy raw. Because like I'll still open the book and still have a look and things like that. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have the mental fortitude, I'd like to say, to read books anymore. Hey, Mr. Pocan Joe, the evil lair king himself. What's this? Got to get ready for work. Cool books, Spidey and Orange. Thanks, Trev. Thanks for tuning in, mate. I greatly appreciate
Hey, thanks, Trev.
it. You got the slab wall happening, or a few slabs anyway.
Yeah, I got like 4.
Oh, I still got to pick up that bloody first goal. I still haven't picked that up. That's just
got that.
It's too expensive over here.
It dropped a lot. It's going for like 140.
Oh, okay. Because it's going for whatever raws I've seen over here. They've been around the 200 mark. So I suppose when you talk about like currency conversion, that's probably still about right.
I kind of don't want to drop my price to 140 on it. If I sell it, I ain't letting it go till for like 200. Like mine, I know is a 9.8. I keep it in the top loader,
Mm.
and I won't let it go for less than 200 because I know that book's gonna be worth something down the road. Like even if the movie's bad, people don't like it. Gore's an awesome character. Like
Mm.
this book, to me, should hold that $200 value. I think.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that I've noticed, that any book that's got a first appearance or an event that's to do with a TV series always skyrockets just before and during it, and then as soon as it finishes, it drops like a sack of shit.
Yeah.
But anything to do with the movies still holds some sort of value.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if as you said, even if the movie totally bombs and everybody hates it, they
As
still seem
long as
to
the
keep a
book,
little bit of value.
yeah, this is a kind of a case where, the book is better than the movie, and like people should get the book, not watch the movie.
Yeah. I can't see how a modern book goes to stupid money. So yeah, I know, Gray. It's very annoying. It's like that. What's that stupid thing? Like Ultimate Fallout 4 is. I still classify that as a modern book. It's still a book that I still want to get because I still do not own that book. I know it's only going to get more and more expensive. But there is that I think it's a 1 in 25 variant. It's like a Jericho or something like that variant that's been selling for $20,000 to $30,000 for a 1
Gee,
in 25 variant. That is just stupid for a
yeah,
modern book. Hey, Darren. Yeah, I don't know how modern books just go for something so stupid amount of money.
I'm just going through a few of my spider box.
Yeah. Yeah, I still need to try and get a hold of some of the older Venoms. Like everybody's sort of got like, the most
I
like
really want
recent
the
volumes.
Venomized. Like, I like collecting these Venomized random characters like Gamora, Cable, like weird Venomized characters. I like seeing them.
They did
I
a
don't,
lot of I've got all the or most of the like the Venomized pop vinyls that they did.
yeah,
Yeah, I just thought it's still Venomized, even though it might not be the Spider-Verse sort of stuff. Venom's still part of Spider-Verse, so I'll just get them anyway.
yeah.
UF4 is even going down now is definitely the time to buy. If you can find me a one cheap enough, Tyler, let me know. Yeah, good old 90s holograms. Yeah, I still got to finish my Spidey 29, like the first volume. I still got to finish that run. Hey, Brad. Yeah, I don't think I ever finished the first volume. I need to check that. I never got into the Ultimates, and that's probably why I don't have an Ultimate Fallout 4 is because of the I never got into the Ultimates.
Yeah.
I got into some of the weirder sort of titles. Yeah, like Superior Spider-Man and like Avenging Spider-Man, Superior Foes of Spider-Man, stuff like that. Like I bought a lot of that stuff. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely I need to look at my CLZ and actually have a look what I actually need to get and try and see if I can, even if I have to just jump on eBay to find them.
So sad. I had a Hulk statue here.
Mm.
I had to replace him with a toy.
Yeah.
I broke my Hulk statue. So
Oh yeah.
sad.
I've seen some horror pictures. I've heard some horror stories and stuff. Like statues are great.
He broke right at the ankles
Uh,
because like he was top heavy and it broke off his stand.
yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I actually had a mate over here who bought one of the premium sideshow format ones, which are like a $1,500 to $2,000 bloody statue, and we had a like really bad weather and things like that, and his house was shaking. That was one of the only ones that actually fell over and broke at the wrists and broke at the ankles.
Mm.
He ended up just he didn't even try and glue it back together. He threw it out. You couldn't. It was too much to repair.
Right. I threw mine away. I'll get a new one.
Oh, the Sinkovich. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind getting some more old school Daredevil books. Yeah, never been a G.I. Joe or a Star Wars comic guy. I tried to stay clear of all those because then I'd be there just getting too many rabbit holes.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with comic book collecting is it leads to so many different rabbit holes. It's not funny.
It does. Yep.
You know, pops, statues, posters, original art. It just it goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Looks like you need to do a bit of sorting, a bit of
I do here.
Mixture of everything.
It says kind of mixed. A lot of these are team ups.
Yeah, all the old 2-in-1 books.
Couple keys in there.
Spider Hulk.
They're mixed.
Yeah.
Hulk's. I like Hulk. I like Hulk a lot. Hulk's probably one of my top Marvel characters.
Ooh, some old Tales to Astonish. That's always good to have. Yeah, definitely some mixed bags in there.
Don't know why that's there.
I hadn't gotten a pop in years and just bought 6. I hope it wasn't my bad influence, Tyler.
I think that's the Beyonder. Not sure.
It looks like it would be. Yeah, Marvel Spotlights. They're another hard series to collect because nearly every single book is a key.
Yeah.
Marvel Spotlight, Marvel Premiere, special Marvel Special Feature, all those books, nearly every single one's a key, and it's very, very hard to collect them. The
Doc
2-in-1s were good.
Is pretty cool.
Mm.
If you don't know about Doc Savage, he's actually one of the first superheroes there ever was.
Yeah, he's been around for a long time. I didn't think Doc Savage was a Marvel property though.
I don't know. I didn't think he was either, to be honest.
unless the rights maybe got bought,
switched or something.
Yeah, maybe he might have been with Timely back in the golden age, and then obviously Timely became Marvel, so it's quite a possibility that they could have pushed the rights into Marvel.
Kind of hard to see. It's Conan, and it's the actual 35mm film from the director's reel.
Oh, that's cool.
It's got certificate on the back. Kind of have it held up there to see the light through it, but I got like a old reprint of Conan #1. It's not the actual original, it's just a reprint.
Now there we go. Savage has moved about between companies. Okay, so yeah, so obviously the rights have been moved backwards and forwards. I suppose that's a bit like that's happened with some characters in recent times, like Angela. She was a Spawn character, and then Marvel bought the rights to Angela and then put her in the in Guardians.
Yeah, Neil Gaiman created Angela,
and
then he basically sued Todd McFarlane to get the rights back to Angela, and then he sold Angela to Marvel.
Hmm.
And now Marvel owns Angela. So Angela's actually went through 3 hands.
Oh, there you go.
I have a lot of Angela stuff because my little sister's name was Angela.
Oh, okay.
And I got into comics pretty young, so she also did. She did everything I did. I have here, these are like related to Spawn. But yeah, it's pretty much where Angela goes into Marvel.
Yeah, I think her first appearance was in a Guardians book, I think.
Yeah, I got it too.
Mm.
And
oh, this is all the
I have,
original Sin line.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a cool character in Spawn. I remember that much. I haven't seen much of her. I don't think I even own a book with her in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
Not
because
yet,
really,
anyway.
Neil Gaiman created Angela and Medieval Spawn.
Mm.
So Todd McFarlane couldn't even make a Medieval Spawn toy for years because Neil Gaiman was holding the rights to Angela and Medieval Spawn. But then Todd, I guess, paid him enough money to where he let him to do Medieval Spawn as a toy. But he couldn't do Angela.
Yeah, well now Medieval Spawn is now popped up in the new series Scorched.
Yeah.
So because a lot of people know the missus is the Spawn collector.
Yeah, up in the universe. Yeah.
Yeah, because she's got an entire run of Spawn, but we're just trying to find all the variants because we don't get a lot of the variants over here. So she's trying to collect an entire run, including all the variants, which is going to be extremely hard. But we're slowly getting there. Just opportunity and finding them.
Yeah.
Because they didn't really start doing a lot of Spawn variants until sort of probably I think it was about the 170s, 180s.
170s, yeah.
And then they went back and then did an odd variant here and there for like number ones and all that sort of stuff as well. Like they did the black and white number one, which is very expensive to buy at the moment.
Yeah.
Hopefully eventually get it, but yeah, it's mainly for the once they hit 200, they started doing heaps of variants for all the 50s. So like they did like 200, 250, 300 and so on.
Right.
But I know probably besides that black and white number one, the other one is they did an exclusive for Singapore Toy and Game Comic Con or something. It's a big con they have in Singapore every year.
I think Todd said
Kale New did that cover, and there's only like 300 of them.
Yeah, I think Todd said he would keep the variants limited to 4. And he wouldn't go over 4 variants on a cover.
Yeah, that'd be good. But then you got all. But then they're all still doing like ratios and store exclusives and all that sort of stuff. So it's always more than 4.
Yeah.
If it was only 4, it'd be easy.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all. I probably need to do Whatnot, but I've actually stopped doing Whatnot I've sold off a lot of stuff that I didn't want, and now I'm just kind of rebuilding, focusing more on what I actually want.
Yeah. And then
I'm
that's
trying real hard on Spawn, but I've also picked up The Darkness and Witchblade. And then I've just kind of decided I'm going to make a Michael Turner box.
Hey, Warlord.
And I'm just going to try to get all the Michael Turner and Witchblade Top Cow, Witchblade Darkness. I would like to get that whole run.
Oh, okay.
I have it marked on my comic shop so that they'll notify me if they find it. And they've slowly been finding copies of it for me. So
yeah, I was just thinking because they weren't massively popular as much as what like
they're
Spawn
a
and
little bit
Savage
low
Dragon and
print.
that was.
I think they're a little bit more low print than some of the other titles because they are harder to find.
Oh, which is I would have thought they'd be like in all dollar bins and stuff, and they'd be easy, but obviously not. So I know they did a I think I might actually have it floating around somewhere. They actually did a Witchblade TV series. I think back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh yeah, yeah. I know what
It
you're
wasn't
talking
very
about.
good, but I bought it
No.
anyway.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That's a print. J. Scott Campbell, Witchblade, signed it.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't. Like, are they still doing Witchblade comics, or is it like totally disappeared?
I think they do still, or I know the Darkness is coming back.
Hmm.
I know they made an announcement they're gonna bring the Darkness back. I think the Witchblade might have stopped.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, a lot of people, like mainly in the States, I've seen like pictures and footage, and that a lot of people like to cosplay as Witchblade characters, but yeah, I don't really see too much, sort of like toys or figures or
I
books
just
or anything really that much of them.
I really admired Michael Turner as an artist. His whole story is just pretty amazing story
Yeah, it's pity
as
his
a comic artist.
pity
Sad,
his life got cut so short.
but
So
amazing too. The guy, he really wasn't much of an artist his whole life. When he was in class, he doodled a little bit in his notes, just like everybody else. Little doodles here and there, and then he was in college for something else, not even related to art or anything. And one of his friends was going to a Comic Con, invited him to a Comic Con, and he went, and they were doing a drawing contest at the Comic Con, and his friend talked him into doing it. And as he did it, one of the guys there, he won the contest, and one of the guys there made contact with him about doing art for a living. And he's like, have you had any training? He's like, no, he couldn't believe it because of how good he was just in that contest. Was just like, he's like one of them natural artists that didn't even have to practice. Like, he just naturally took to it at a very young age, and he got into the comic industry at a young age, and then died at a very young age too from cancer. But
which is like a lot of them did, like all the guys that that started Image,
and he drew up to the
they were
last
all
day of
very
his
young.
life. Like, he didn't never stop. He drew to on his deathbed.
Which
So
it's sort of it's just the amount of material that must still be around because they're still doing Michael Turner covers now.
still, yeah, they
Yeah.
still do it. Yeah, I just bought a Vampirella Michael Turner right here. I just bought that.
Yeah,
That
so
was
they must be basically
Michael
just
Turner
finding, I don't know, like
finding.
rare sketches or something like that, and like just getting a color artist just to digitally color them up and things like that, and still calling it a
Yeah,
Michael Turner cover. So
yeah, that's what they're doing. Yeah, because you can really tell it like on this cover here with the gold border. If you just look at her skin tone, and as I switch it to this one, like, her skin tone is way brighter on that one, and it's way darker on this one, and
yeah.
it's completely different coloring. Her face is really bright. Her face is a lot shaded. So, like, it is a lot, like you said, a lot of digital coloring, editing that they do.
So they've tried to give her a tan.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So like it's good that it's like music artists, like they're always finding new stuff that like after they've passed, like the managers found stuff or something like that, and they've try to release it under their name so their families can still get some royalties or something like that. It's a similar sort of deal to that, where like they're basically keeping Michael Turner alive for the fans.
Yeah. And that's good, I think.
Yeah, like it's some people might not agree with it necessarily. They might say, oh, look, they're just sort of, I don't know how you'd put it, but he's sort of, he might be turning in his grave or something like that. That his art's, being
Someone
produced,
else
and he's
is making money off him.
like that sort of thing. But in the same sort of way, like for me personally, I just think it's keeping his memory alive. And I think that's awesome.
Same with Stan Lee. How they still use Stan Lee a lot. They're keeping him alive.
Yeah, like they're still bringing stuff out with Stan's
I heard
signature on
someone
it.
say you really die twice. You die in your body when you die, and then you die the last time someone says your name.
Yeah, and that makes sense.
As long as you keep remembering them, they're still alive.
And with all us, comic nerds and stuff like that, we're always going to be like, oh, that's right, Stan Lee died today. It was 5 years ago, or it was 10 years ago, or it was 20 years ago. Like we're always going to remember like that sort of anniversary.
Yep.
Of when he passed and things like that. It'll always be remembered as long as people are collecting comics and anything that he's ever written or been involved in. He will always be remembered that way.
Yep.
So, like, I know they've tried to drudge up some real dirt. When obviously there was some bad stories floating around after he passed and things like that. But most people just remembered the good stuff. Like I was lucky to meet Stan, I think twice, two or three times, 2 times.
Oh, awesome.
And first time was a good interaction. Like I was able to chat for him, for a good minute or so, and welcome him to Australia because it was his first trip and things like that. And even though he was running late because they forgot his medication and they had to go back and get it, and then he had to come back and he was late for the show. So there was a lot of stuff that first started didn't start off too well, but then it became really good, and he was awesome to chat with. Second time was more just a I was helping set up a convention over here, and it was more just of in passing sort of thing. I'd met his minder at the time, Max, and he's like, oh, sort of, come say a quick hello. I said a quick hello, and that was about it. Sort of more just a two people crossing in the night sort of thing. But I still treasure it, even though it was like 2 or 3 minutes and maybe 10 seconds. It's still something that I always remember.
Grab these. I don't think I showed you. I got all these Ghost Rider variants. I saw you had that Ghost Rider.
Yeah, don't tell me that, because then I'll start hunting stuff. Nope. We lost Nor, and he must have pressed the exit button. Oh, that or his battery died. We'll just chuck it in there just in case he... just in case he needs the link again. So I wonder what time is it over there now? What do we got? All right. There we go. Did you lose battery or did you kick yourself out?
I hit the button accident.
I'm like, I bet you lost battery or something.
There's a Ghost Rider 1. I don't know which ones of these are incentives, or like some of these are 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s. I don't know.
I think that's the A cover.
Some are A, yeah.
Oh, I like that. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, we didn't get many
This
variants over
one
here.
has like all of them on it.
That's cool.
And this is number 2, second print.
Oh,
And
that's still.
I don't know why they made a second print. Usually there's like a key or something why they would make a second print. I don't know.
It's second prints are more if they do actually sell out of allocation of first prints and there's
Hmm.
still demand for it. That's generally when they go to second print.
Hmm. Then I got number 3, this variant
Oh, that's nice.
hanging on the wall.
Yeah,
It
see, I
has like
never
a
even
little,
saw any of these, unfortunately.
yeah, I like them.
Yeah, because I think I
And it's
have.
cool they got the 60 years of Spidey.
Hmm. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I've got the whole entire second volume of Ghost Rider, which is the Danny Ketch run. I might be missing maybe an odd volume here and there. I'm still sort of trying to get the Johnny Blaze run. Obviously, there's a lot of bigger books in there. Obviously, number one's a very expensive book. Marvel Spotlight 5 is a big, big book. But I never got any much of the later stuff. I never got any of the Robbie Reyes or any of the other iterations of Ghost Rider. But yeah,
I
trying to
have
get back
the
into it a bit more.
grab it real quick.
Mm. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to hunt down some of the more newer volumes.
Oh, I don't know what I did with it. I do have the female Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name is. I know they did a couple of one shots just recently.
I like that Vengeance. I always liked Vengeance with
Yeah,
the
Vengeance was a cool
spiked
character.
mohawk. Two got
Mm.
Night Ghost Rider.
Yeah, good old 90s. That's Danny Ketch.
That's some 90s.
Don't know whether I've got that issue or not. That might be one of the ones I'm missing. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah, I got a few of the Midnight Suns books. I don't know whether I ended up getting the whole. It was only a short run.
I'm actually not sure what I did with those Ghost Riders. I think they're here. Bag. No. Dang, I don't know what I did with them. But I do have them somewhere.
You didn't sell them on Whatnot.
No, I didn't sell them. They say buried in here. But yeah. Go through some of these Wolverines.
The
Typhoid
old
Kiss.
Marvel Presents stuff. Yeah.
This is a book.
Oh yeah, the Meltdown. Their little trade.
Marvel Presents.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in the Marvel Presents, but the only thing they really sort of classify as like a good key run or whatever was the Weapon X
Mm-hmm.
sort of run. Hey, cat fan. Go, mate. Hmm.
That's a Liefeld.
It can't be. I can see his feet.
They're tiny.
Oh, you can only just see it. Yeah, so I haven't got. I'm trying to get some older X-Men books. I haven't really grabbed much of the newer sort of stuff. I wouldn't mind getting some really early X-Men, but they're still very pricey as well. Mainly just some sort of key issues and stuff. But I wouldn't mind a first Juggernaut, but that's still a very expensive book.
Yeah, I'd love that. First Juggernaut. I could show you some of my artwork. Maybe.
If you can find it.
Here it is. I think you like art.
Yeah. Just slightly.
It might not all be comic related. And a lot of this is stuff I drew when I was a kid. I'm 40 now. Don't hit out. Okay. This is just like a castle landscape thing I drew.
That is cool.
Like a scorpion.
I always wished I could draw. A lot of people say, oh, anybody can draw. You just got to practice. You got to draw every day and things like that. And I'm like, I have not got one artistic bone in my body.
Jim Lee says,
I look stick figures. Stick figures look bad when I draw them.
I get my backlight here. Okay.
Yeah, like the old man, he could he always was able to draw a bit, but yeah, I never could.
This was 2009. So some of these are doodles. Some of these,
That previous one looked like it could be a tattoo design.
Yeah, that's I think when I was
the dragon and the knife or whatever. Speaking of Juggernaut.
Love my Juggernaut. That's actually Captain Marvel.
Oh, yeah. That's supposed to be the sorceress from He-Man?
I don't know.
Sort of look like her. Yeah, you've been copying Ryan Otley's bloody Invincible type stuff for the boys.
This was actually
that's what that
this was like a panel that was like that big in a Greg Capullo comic book called The Screech.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it looks like it'd be from the boys or from Invincible. Oh, that's cool. A little bit of Michael Turner inspiration there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
This is Clive Barker's Jericho.
I was gonna say that looks like a bit of something from a horror book or something like that.
I can't show that picture. Gotta look up these. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man.
Ah, wicked.
Inhumans.
Yeah, really. As I said, I always wish I could have drawn. I probably gave up too easy too.
I was in a high school punk rock band. I was designing concert posters.
No.
It says some of these are really old. Kind of a big picture.
Yeah, you got a lot of like either horror or fantasy sort of inspirations in a lot of these.
Yeah. Anything?
Trying to look for something without boobs.
Like just trying to
even seeing like artists like just rough sketch pads and stuff like that is amazing to me, because like even though they say, oh, you know, that's just me doing quick roughs or anything like that, you can still see the artistic flair in them. That looks cool. Did you ever try taking any, you know, like classes or anything, or?
Yeah, I've taken classes. I was in like gifted in art. I took gifted and talented art studies in school. And
you ever tried doing those like, you know, like life model type things and stuff like that, or?
This was from my daughter.
Yeah, she can still draw better than me, so.
She's doing that at like 4. She draws more than I do.
I was gonna say, just make me feel even worse. She can draw better at 4 than I can at 43.
I like her dragons. She loves dragons like I do.
Yeah, the missus is a big dragon. She loves dragons too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, here we go for time. Oh shit, it's bloody 10 p.m. I didn't even realize how late it was for me.
8 a.m. here.
Yeah. No, I got a massive day at work tomorrow, so I know I'm gonna have to get plenty of sleep. So
get you some sleep.
Yeah. So I might actually call it for the night. Thank you so much, Noran, for joining me, keeping me company. Thank you for everybody in the chat who dropped in, said hello. Was it 7 a.m. there? Yeah. Well, I've got to get up in about 6 hours or 7 hours or so. So I better get some sleep. But thank you, everybody, once again. I greatly appreciate you all. And yeah, I will end it there. So everybody take care, and I will all see you soon.
Yeah, mate.
Peace.